Okay, Rodney, here is your third 2547. This one is special. Got the LC2547 in it. Didn't have enough switches on the radios for all the functions, so here's your switch box with the switches wired up inside. This switch right here actually doesn't have a function, but I had enough wires to go ahead and add another switch in case we decide on something later on. Okay, this one is your get and save. Right now this one is another band switch, band down, band up, and this one is a 10 channel down, 10 channel up. Okay, but I think I'm going to go reprogram this one for like a second memory channel to use since you don't need it. I mean, you press this button in and your channel selector changes bands. Okay, so with that button there out, this one will change bands over here, but that's, you know, that's a redundant function, so I'm going to reprogram that. This is the PA switch, is now your power amplifier switch. Okay, press that button down, or press the button in rather, and PA stands for power amplifier, which is this guy back here. All right, got all the upgrades done. There's your narrow filter. Your hotkeys have all been installed. There's the upgraded filter count for your power input. That's 4700 microfarad 25 volt. Here's the upgrade for the voltage regulator buffer filter. It's 3300 microfarad 25 volt. Okay. Squelch scan is on this control here. Now I'm going to show you all this again when I get it all put together. But that's what it looks like inside. Okay, more to come. Alright, last shot of the inside before I put the covers on it. There's where your switch box cable goes through the back of the radio and then through the back of the cabinet. Alright, here's your amp control plug in right there. It picks up the 8 volts from transmit and puts it on the amplifier relay, the RFX relay. There's your TRBX3, and showed you the upgraded capacitors, your Schottky diodes. The RF circuit's been upgraded, the transmit been broadbanded, and let's see, I think that's about it. Got your 10 turn installed. Alright, more to come. Don't have the covers on it yet. Just got it propped up. Here's your switch box. I wanted to send it over to Gamma Ray Graphics. Okay, take a look at that. I promised you something special. So LesComm Face. All of our decals are made by Gamma Ray Graphics. www.gammaray.com. And I sent Fred over the faceplate of this 2547, and he created a decal for me. Doesn't that look good? Blue on blue. Nice looking decal. Just changed the whole aspect of the radio. Okay. Favorite 1, favorite 2. No function. 10 channel up, 10 channel down. Now I wanted to send this over to Fred also and get him to make up a decal for it. Okay, with the labeling on there, but just it's been too long already, so I know you're anxious to get your radio, so I'm going to go ahead and ship it out to you. Again, this is plus or minus 10 channel steps. In other words, you push this down, the radio jumps 10 channels at a time. Okay? These are momentary switches. This switch doesn't have a function. Might think up something later, and if I do, I'll share it with you. This one is favorite 2. Let's see, let's find something to put favorite channel 2 on. How about channel 19? So you press it down to save. Okay, oh, there's your CSF switch. That's channel selector function. Okay, with that pushed in and that little red light on, it means your channel selector changes the band. Okay, both up and down, and band is 450 kilohertz at a time. 45 channels basically, up or down. Okay, and now we want to go back to our second favorite. You just push this toggle up, it's momentary, and we jump back to 19. Let's say I want to talk on sideband. Press that one, I'm back on channel 38. Now it doesn't change the mode, you have to do that yourself. Okay, now this switch here, power amplifier. Okay, that's for your RFX 150 hanging off the back of this thing. Now you're going to have to run the radio and the amp off a power supply, at least 30 amps. Okay, I run it off a Pyramid PS36KX. Seems to do well on that. Alright, with this pushed in, your power amplifier is on. Not public address, power amplifier. That's what PA means now. Okay. Oh, echo. There's your echo in time. I found a black knob from an old Galaxy. I think it was no, it wasn't. It was a Mirage 88. Used a black knob off of that because I ordered a set of these knobs, but you see how shallow they are? Okay, that's because this part of the face is pushed out about 3/16 of an inch. So I needed an outside knob that was longer than these. So this is the only black one I could find that would fit the bill. Alright, now the little center knob, of course, is one of these. Alright, but they matched up pretty good. Okay, I'll demo all that for you once I put the covers on it. Alright, more to come. Okay, got the cover sitting on it. Now I'm going to start demoing it for you. Just got a couple of screws put in the covers. There's your switch box. Now this packaging tape will be on the radio when you get it. And the reason that's on there is to keep those feet folded up underneath it. I've had a couple get broken off because they dropped down when I didn't want them to. But okay, let's see, let's try out the echo. We turn the time all the way down. We're using my 2970 N2. Hello, test, hello, 1 2 test, audio test. Okay, now I'm going to turn the time up on it. Echo, test, test, echo, okay. Alright, I'm going to cut that off. Echo is off. Alright, now let's do some squelch scan. Of course, you know how that works. Let's see, it might help if I got on the external antenna for that. Oh Lord, sorry about that. Squelch it up. Man. Nothing on there. Computer noise. See if there's anything on 38. Wait a minute. Thought I heard something. Nope. Bands are dead this afternoon. Okay, one thing that I need to show you. Well, let me demo the squelch scan. Okay, squelch the radio where you don't hear the noise. Okay, to the right is scan up, to the left is scan down. We'll go to scan down. Immediately picks up the computer noise. Now, if it stops on something like that and you don't want to listen to it, turn the channel selector in the same way it was scanning. In other words, we're scanning down, so I'm going to click the channel selector, one click to the left. Okay, you noticed it changed channels and then it continued to scan. Till we ran into another channel. There we go. Scan it, same way, clockwise. It scans up. It should stop on one of those channels that's picking up computer noise again. And it did. Okay. I've got channel 38 saved in here, so I'm going to just click this up. And now we're back on channel 38. Now I also got channel 19 saved in here. Click favorite 2 up, and we're back on 19. Okay. Now to save anything, you can call this favorite 1, favorite 2, it doesn't matter. Both of these are favorite buttons. If you want to make this one favorite 1, which is left to right, I just put 1 on the end and 2 on the inside, but it don't matter. Let's say, let me go to channel 38. Okay, and we want to make channel 38. We'll call this favorite 1. Make channel 38 favorite 1. Press that down. See, the display goes blank to show you that it's storing it. Now, if you hold it down too long, the radio restarts, gets out of sync. Okay, all you gotta do is click it up, and we're back. All right. Now, let's see, channel 38, save. I'm gonna go down to 19. And I'm going to save 19. Okay, now to go to 38, I just flip this one up, and I'm back on 38. If I want to go back to 19, I flip this one up, and I'm back on 19. Okay, just remember, don't hold them. If you hold them, then the computer will reset. The little CPU on the board resets itself because it says something's wrong. That button should be pressed this long. Okay, CSF, channel switch functions. Okay. With that pressed in, see that little red light in there? That means your channel selector changes bands. Okay? 450 kilohertz at a time or 45 channels. Alright? That's your lowest frequency. Right there. Okay? The lowest frequency. That is your highest frequency. Lowest, highest. Now, this switch over here also moves the channels, but it does it 10 channels at a time. Click it up. Okay, we're on, well, let's see. It started on 27. I held it too long. You have to do it fast. 17, negative 7. Oh, and I did 2 clicks in. That's channel 3, 11A, 19A, 29, 39, 49, etc., etc. Okay. Get back down to 38. And I'm going to have to go in and tune this guy. He's warming up. That's why I just left just a couple of screws in the covers, because I know once I put the covers on it, center slot's going to change, so I need to go back in and touch that up. Now I've set the clarifier knob to where that it would be at 12 o'clock when we were on 3850, but as you can see, that's over about 1 o'clock. That's the nice thing about this 10 turn. See, right now we're on 385. This thing, you just turn it and turn it and turn it and turn it, and there's your limit, upper limit. Okay. Now I'm turning it counterclockwise, and there we are. We're back down to 385. Okay. Same thing going down. It'll go down to about 1 channel below, just almost 1 channel down. Then it goes a little more than 1 channel up. These 10 turn clarifiers are nice. They're hard to put in, these radios, for physical reasons more than any other reason. They use just a little strip right through there with 2 holes drilled in it, 2 5/16, so I have about 5/16 holes. They're probably 7 or 8 millimeter. So what I have to do is very carefully take a grinding wheel like this one, okay, and grind the hole out to where the 3/8 bushing will fit in there. Now if you just take a drill bit and try to drill it out, you'll wind up screwing up that little metal strip that runs across there. Of course, they've got the notches in there for the potentiometers that comes in the radio, and if you try to drill it, it'll break right there where that little notch is. Twist the metal all up, turns into a mess. Okay, there's your 10 turn, and your echo time is where the headset connector used to be, and you'll get that. There it is right there. Okay, all you have to do is plug it back in. If you ever decide that you want to put it back in there. Alright, and you can see I've called this the LesComm LC2547 DX. The LC6404 is the LesComm board you have in there. Alright, now let's do some power testing. This guy here on, we're going to get on the dummy load. I got a Cantenna rated at 1,000 watts, I think it is. But both meters have 100 watt slugs in them. You see, there's the one on the right. There's the one on the left. They're both 100 watt slugs. I've got the time set for ×1. So we're going to be reading the bottom scale on the peak and the bottom scale on average. I'm going to start out with AM. Make sure I got the RF power knob turned all the way up. Yep. And let's see, this is without the amplifier, okay? What's that? That's about 2.5 watts, maybe 3 watts. Okay, that's dead key. Now this is dead key with the amp on. That's about 25 watts dead key on AM. Let's see what it does on peak. A little more than 100 on peak. Let me put this on ×2, which means we'll be reading from the top scale there. That's 200. That little tick right there is 225. That's 250. Audio, hello, hello, audio. Audio, 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1. Audio test. And we're drawing a little bit of current. Audio, audio, hello, hello, audio. 369, about 10.5, almost 11 amps on AM. Okay, now I'm going to switch to lower sideband. PA is off. Remember, that's power amplifier in this case. Let me put this back on 1. Okay, audio, hello, hello, 1, 2. Audio, hello, hello, 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, audio test. A little over 25 watts without the amp. Put the amp on. And now then, let's see what we do. Audio 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Audio, hello, hello, audio. Audio 1, 2, 3. Audio 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What is that? 125, 130 watts. Let's see what we're doing on about 16 amps. So audio. So 125 watts out of a LC. Where was I before my battery died? 125 watts out of a LesComm LC2547 DX. Okay, I think I've demoed everything. We've done the power demo and did the echo demo. Talkback. Let's try talkback. But I haven't tried talkback yet. There's your talkback right there. Hello audio. It works in sideband. It works in AM. It works in all of them. Audio. Okay. I think that about does it. I'll leave that turned off. All right. Rodney, I sure hope you enjoy your new radio. It was my pleasure to build it for you. 73s, everybody. Okay, Rodney, a couple of things I forgot to tell you. Your power cord, this power cord coming out of the amp, and the connector on the back of the radio, the DC connector on the back of the radio, are tied together, okay? So when you put power on this cable, it also powers the radio, and vice versa. But the little power connector there, DC power connector there in the back, is really not made for as much amperage as what this guy here needs, okay? So my suggestion is that you run it on a power supply all the time, a good 30 amp power supply. And if you decide you're not going to run the amplifier, then you can run it on AC. But your little power supply that's in here now is only like an 8 amp power supply that's built into the radio. So it won't run the radio and the amp, just remember that. But your DC connector, hang on just a second. Okay, your DC connector, when you have power on this cable, here's your pigtail you're going to need to hook up to your power supply. When you have power on this pigtail, this connector is hot, okay? You've got 12 volts on that pin. So make sure nothing comes in contact with that. All right? And it's set, the switch is set for DC. This connector here is a dummy now. It does nothing. Okay? All your RF power, both just the radio and the amp, come through this connector. Like I said, that one's just a dummy now. It doesn't do anything. Okay? Alright, here's your connector for your switch box. It's keyed. You can only put it in one way. Alright, and you're probably going to want to keep the switch box sitting on the bottom. This is the top of the switch box. This is the bottom. So this is favorite 1, favorite 2, plus minus 10 channel jump switch, and that one doesn't do anything. I can't think of anything. The other functions that I have for this board changes the display to either indicate frequency or indicate channel. Well, you don't need that because you've got a built-in frequency counter. So Like I said, if I think of something else to use that for, I will let you know. And I'll do it for you free of charge, of course. All right, just want to throw that in there.